Browns have been a clown show for decades now, but after trading out of pick number 2 and taking Shedeur Sanders at 144, could this finally be the turning point? I will be taking over this franchise for 10 full seasons with the goal of not only just winning a few Super Bowls, but turning this franchise into a true dynasty. And yeah, enjoy. And at last, the Cleveland Browns were finally the team that ended up choosing Shedeur Sanders, but let's not let that overshadow their earlier choices. Mason Graham was their first selection after trading back with the Jacksonville Jaguars, of course, to number 5, and he was many people's DT1. He's got a plethora of pass rush moves, rushing the quarterback, and is as disruptive as they come in the run game too. And now per season, for every sack Mason Graham gets, it's going to equal 1 attribute point that we get to upgrade. So for example, if he gets 10 sacks this season, we could upgrade finesse moves from 70 to 80, or like power moves 3 to 80, and then 7 to finesse moves, and you get the gist. With the very first pick in round 2, the Cleveland Browns decided to go with Carson Schwarzenegger, who was widely regarded as the second best linebacker prospect in this class. And this is an exciting addition for this Browns defense, as he has great hips and eyes and pass coverage, but also has really good instincts in the run game too. He's got good size too at 6'3", 242, and with that hidden development trait, he's going to be one of our building blocks on this defense. Quinshon Judkins was their choice at 36 via Jacksonville, and him alongside Travion Henderson were the best 1-2 punch in the nation last season. It was kind of the perfect mix of speed / power, Sonic, and Knuckles, if you know what I'm saying. And let's not forget what this man did in the national championship. He now also gets a say in state and is immediately our RB1. Harold Fannin Jr. was their choice at 67, and if you don't know too much about him, he put up godly numbers. Granted, it was for Bowling Green State, but he has a great knack for getting open and hopefully can just be a safety blanket for whoever our QB1 is. And I say that because I don't really know either. We have 5 quarterbacks in this room, and the best one is 40 years old. Speaking of quarterbacks, the Browns selected Dillon Gabriel at 94 in the class, and honestly, that was one of the biggest surprises to me. Even as an Oregon fan, he was great for us this season, put up some good numbers, showed up in some big games too, but I don't really think he possesses any elite traits or has NFL starter upside. However, he is a gamer, tough as nails, and will have an opportunity to fight for a spot on this roster. And at 126, the Browns went with another running back, this time Dylan Sampson out of Tennessee, of course. A surprise faller in the draft. I didn't expect him to fall this far, but honestly, alongside Quinshon Judkins, pretty fun combo for the future. And last but certainly not least, we got Mel Kiper's boyfriend. Now, I find myself kind of in the middle about Shedeur Sanders, right? I think he was a good quarterback prospect, nothing spectacular, nothing special, right? But somebody worthy, somebody that has film good enough to take maybe tail end of round 1, but definitely in day 2, right? To see Tyler Shugg go as early as he did, to see Dillon Gabriel on the same team go before him, was a little crazy, I can't lie. Now, sadly for Shedeur, he doesn't have half the athleticism his dad did, right? But he does have good quarterback traits, right? Super accurate with the ball, some pinpoint accuracy, and honestly, arguably has the highest floor of any quarterback in this class. He's a pretty safe bet. But of course, he's got some flaws to his game as well. Not the best pocket presence, I must say, and tries to play hero ball at times, maybe looking downfield too much, and taking a big sack instead of just throwing the ball away. Now, the main concerns with Shedeur Sanders come off the field, however. A lot of media attention, a lot of publicity, and a large gathering, a large fan base that comes with his name, with his brand, right? But like I said, as a quarterback prospect, I think he's got a good chance to be the starter on this specific team week 1, and for this specific 10-year rebuild of the Cleveland Browns today, I'm going to try to make him our franchise quarterback. And as you can see, he actually already possesses the day 1 starter tag, which is nice to see already. But one of my main goals that I want to try to get done as soon as possible is get him that franchise quarterback tag that a lot of the elite quarterbacks have in this league. And after that, we can start to get things rolling. But for the grand overview of this overall roster, right, it's still a little bit bleak. And you know who we got to start with. Massage Man himself has to be one of, if not the worst trades in NFL history. He's done absolutely nothing for this franchise. They had to give up another planet to even acquire him. To make things even worse, he's got the worst contract in the league. So yeah, once we can get rid of him and his money and his contract and just him in general, right, I think things will be able to go a lot smoother. But like, if we release him right now, we'll incur a penalty of $106 million. So sadly for us, Deshaun just doesn't take no as an answer. Jerry Jeudy's the wide receiver 1, had a phenomenal 2024, finally breaking out. He'll be the main dude we build around at receiver, but to be honest with you, we don't really have another choice. It is a pitiful room to say the very least, but we do have David Njoku, probably a top 5 to 8 tight end, I'd say. As you can see, 90 overall, superstar development. Now, he is already 29, but should be a good safety blanket for Shedeur in these early seasons. Offensive line is not great. Looks okay on paper, but this unit gave up the second most sacks in the league last season with 66. What's interesting is they did sign Tevin Jenkins to free agency on just a 1-year, $3 million deal. Honestly, a very solid guard. His main concern is just staying on the field, right? That moves White Teller to the number 2. And at 30 years old, he might not have too much value anymore, but let's try to get something out of him. All right, never mind. However, we end up striking a deal with the Arizona Cardinals, who are in need of a right guard, taking 2 third-round picks from them. Now, defensively, this side of the ball, honestly, on paper, is not bad at all. Obviously highlighted by the main man, Myles Garrett, who, remember, handed in a trade request in this offseason, but then got offered a 4-year, $160 million deal. And hey, sometimes money talks. However, that indicates things are on thin ice with Myles Garrett, so if we do not win one playoff game in the next 3 seasons, we're gonna have to trade him. I love this little combo in the interior now with Mason Graham and Mike Hall Jr., both super young. Linebacker room's got some good depth to it as well. JOK, a player I love. He just has to stay on the field as well. Jerome Baker, former Finn, Devin Bush, and of course, Schwarzenegger. I might just call him Carson. It doesn't look difficult, but it is hard to say. Cornerback room, low-key really good. You got the Warden, 91 overall here, superstar dev. Greg Newsome, I love as a number 2. And Martin Emerson, a solid nickel in this league. Grant Delpit sadly hasn't lived up to those sky-high expectations that we saw out of him for LSU, but still a solid starter in this league. And Ronnie Hickman, still young, could develop into something. But as you can see, though, this is going to be a rebuild. It's not going to be easy for these early seasons, right? I expect us to struggle. I expect us to be picking in the top 10 and stuff, right? But hopefully down the line, maybe year 5, 6, 7 onwards, you know, we can start to get things rolling, start to be competing for Super Bowls, and hopefully get Cleveland's first through the doors. It all comes down to one man, though. Can he live up to the hype? However, before every single season, we got a wheel to spin. Some things on here are good, some are bad, others are challenges that could be great for the future, but detrimental if we don't complete them. So let's go ahead, spin it for this first season, and let's see what it lands on. For the first season, oh, that is a pretty awesome one. B, legendary. So Shedeur Sanders is going to be our QB1, and the amount of touchdowns thrown equals 1 attribute upgrade. So 20 touchdowns thrown means 20 upgrade points. Ooh, that's a good one to start on. And yeah, there's no need for us to have 5 quarterbacks, so I'm trading away Kenny Pickett. I'll take a 2027 fourth. Also, guys, I really do not know what to do with Deshaun Watson. Should I just release him now and bite the bullet so we don't have to deal with it next season? Because, like, let's be real, I'm still expecting us to be bad in this early season, right? So if we don't have money, it's fine. But, you know, after we get rid of his contract and after that cap hit goes away, then we can really start, you know, building something. But, right, I mean, look at this, man. I think I'm going to do it. This quarterback room is already a clown show as it is. We don't want this toxic personality in there. It's for the better. It's for the better. It hurts now, but now our young guys can look up to an actual GOAT. Ooh, and this is very good. One of the biggest strengths in this class is wide receiver, probably our #1 position of need. So that is easily going to be our 3-star national scout. For 2-star, I'm low-key thinking interior offensive lineman, just offensive lineman as a whole. A lot of the players on there are getting a little up there in age. And the rest will be doing safety, defensive tackle, and defensive end. And in case you forgot, we actually have 2 first-round picks, the one from Jacksonville for trading down from 2 to 5, and also ours projected #1, which is not what Myles Garrett wants to hear, but at least he got the bag. Guys, I just accidentally simmed to week 4. I forgot to put our scouts on the regions, and oh, it's been too long. Damn it, bro, that actually hurts a lot. Now everything's just gonna be kind of random. Our interior offensive lineman 2-star scouts focus is quarterback. Like, oh my god. But okay, at the mid-season point, we're 3-4. Honestly, not as bad as I thought. And remember, this division is as tough as they get. But at least we're not the Steelers. And I wanted to check out some stats because remember, Shedeur Sanders, every touchdown equals an attribute point. He only has 6. A rough start, you could say, but at least we got some wins to our name. Now, we do actually have a bit of money to work with and some big players that are in need of contracts. And tell you what, Tevin Jenkins in a world with no injuries is going to be awesome for us for the next 3 seasons. Here's the big one, though. David Njoku, as you can see the tags there, is a trade target, 91 overall, 29 years old. Does he fit the timeline? Does Harold Fannin maybe play a role in us trading him as well, potentially? I think it almost has to, right? He's the 3rd highest rated player on our team, but let's try to get value while we can.
Okay, what? Really?
Oh, and you know what? I will take that all day long. And Njoku's heading to LA with the Chargers to be their starting superstar tight end one. We get a 2027 first round pick from them and then a third round pick this season. Hey, I don't hate that at all. Our draft capital is looking amazing. Dang, both our CB2 and CB3 need a contract. Sadly, they do not really have interest either. I'm gonna offer Greg Newsome this deal to see what he says. It's still a no. Joel Bitonio has been such a legend here in Cleveland, but I'm gonna cut our ties with him. 33 years old now, and we have Zach Zinter, who I would like to start and hopefully develop as well. He's going to Washington though for a 27 third round pick. And as I mentioned, with those two players going out, Harold Fannon's the new tight end one. Zach Zinter is gonna get a lot more reps, and hopefully these two can develop into quality starters. Here's what I'm thinking though, because we spun on the wheel, remember every touchdown equals an attribute points. I kind of want to go to like a pass heavy offensive scheme here. I might go with Cincinnati, and hopefully Shedeur can ball out in the second half. Oh my goodness, we just made the playoffs in year one with just a measly 8-9 record. But also sadly, I do see the Jaguars made the wild card round as well. I did not expect to be here this early on, but here's the moment of truth. Remember, every single touchdown equals an attribute boost for Shedeur Sanders. And he ends with 27. Hey, that's a hell of a rookie season. And wait a second, did I just see that right? We were number one for defensive yards allowed in the league. You love to see that. Shedeur Sanders, rookie year, hey, 38, 50 yards, 27 touchdowns is up there for the most for a rookie quarterback ever, right? 20 interceptions is a little bit tough, but hey, he's young. He's a rookie. Growing pains, you know what I mean? Hey, look at Quinshawn Judkins. Remember, we even traded a Wyatt Teller, a Joel Bitonio, and he still puts up almost 1,100 yards, 4.2 a carry, also 12 touchdowns. Pretty awesome rookie year. Jerry Judah kept up his great form with 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns for him. Cedric Tillman as our number 2, pretty solid all things considered. And Harold Fannin, solid as a year 1 rook. And this is what you like to see, O-line. Remember, like I said, last year, they gave up 66 sacks. This is a huge improvement. And we got rid of a lot of good players too. And on defense, JOK of course leads the way for tackles made, but look at this, 28 tackle for losses for Myles Garrett. But not just that, we had 16 from Mike Hall. We had 12 from Mason Graham, the rookie. We had 12 from Joe Tryon Shayinka, who of course they picked up in the offseason. Awesome numbers from our defensive line there. 8 sacks for Myles Garrett is a little low. You would expect at least 47 from a man of his caliber, right? 4.5 for Mason Graham, 3 for Mike Hall. Sack numbers really disappointing, but the tackle for loss numbers were elite. Ooh, and wait, remember, every sack total was an attribute upgrade for Mason Graham as well. He gets 4.5 right in the middle. I'm just gonna go with 4. Wait, his numbers are actually disgusting already. 91 block shed, 90 finesse, 85 power already. And you know what? Let's do strength here. We'll up that by 4, making it from a 78 to an 82. As that puts him up to an 83 overall now. He's looking more than worthy of that 5th overall selection. And oh yeah, remember, we're in the wild card here. I did not expect this. Got an interdivision team as well, but we do have the rating advantage. But we are going to be in Cincinnati. It's not going to be an easy game, but let's see if Shedeur Sanders can pull off the impossible. Very low scoring game here. 3-3, almost at the end of the first half. Bengals get the first touchdown of the game. Start with ball in the second half. Kind of running away with it now as our offense is struggling. The lights may be too bright for Shedeur Sanders this early on, but for us to be here already is honestly a great sign for us in the future. We do end up losing 10-31 though. Wait, I never upgraded Shedeur after the stats. I just remembered. It probably would have helped if we had it during that game, but whatever. We got 27 attribute points to put on Shedeur Sanders. I mean, dude, we can get his awareness up to a 99 off rip, and that's only 19. We still got a bit left. I think we're gonna do 5 to deep throw accuracy to 88. We're gonna do 3 to throw power here from 90 to 93. That's gonna be 8 points, giving us 19 left, and that is all gonna go on awareness. Shedeur Sanders, he was an 80 overall before that, 81 overall. He's now up to a 90 overall, and that is a massive boost for us just after year 1. And here's the other thing, he's on that Brock Purdy money, right? Being chosen in the 5th round means he's getting paid next to nothing in terms of an NFL quarterback, right? And the fact that he's a 90 overall already means that we're gonna have a lot of money, a lot of flexibility to work around with, to build around him, and to make the team the best it could be. Maybe this is the start of something special. Super Bowl matchup is going to be the 5th-seeded Ravens against the 3-seeded Dallas Cowboys. As MVP goes to Josh Allen again, making it back-to-back. But what I'm intrigued in is Rookie of the Year. Wow. We had the top 4, including Quinshawn Judkins, who wins it all, Shedeur Sanders, Harold Fannin, and even Dylan Sampson at number 4, beating the likes of an Ashton Genty on the Raiders, a Caleb Johnson on the Steelers, right? Some big names. Where is Travis? I think Travis is a corner. I need to make him a receiver. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Mason Graham. And Carson Schwarzenegger is number 2. Oh my God. Wait, we're crazy. Oh, Tevin. And tell you what, because he's a star development and finished top 5 in the best O-line, that means he's going up to superstar. That is just a little offensive line rule that we do around here, since it's so hard, if not even impossible, for your offensive lineman to go up in depth chart. If he finishes top 10 in his normal, he'll go up to star. If he finishes top 5 as a star already, he'll go up to superstar. And if he finishes top 1 and his superstar development, hey, I'll give you a little X factor. But for the rest of the devies, we should have some fun ones, including Quinshawn Judkins up to superstar dev, which is amazing. See, of course, Tevin Jenkins, who we just saw. Nothing else. Jerry Jeudy had potential to go up to superstar, as well as defensively. Don't think we got one. As Lamar finally gets over the hump and makes a Super Bowl, just to lose to the Cowboys and Dak Prescott, Super Bowl MVP. Shout out to them boys. I guess Tyler Booker changed everything. Aaron Rodgers retires on the Patriots. What? And check this out. Greg Newsome's interest is now a little bit higher. So you know what? Maybe we just offer this same exact deal. Maybe not. We're signing Ronnie Hickman to a 4-year deal, even if he's just a rotational piece. Solid player to have in the back end. And you know what? We got 77 mil left over. I'm just gonna go ahead and tag Greg Newsome. Ooh, and check this out now, guys. Shedeur Sanders officially now has the franchise quarterback tag. One of our big goals short term. Close to home, Alaska. Huh? Also, look at his second biggest motivation. The team has a franchise quarterback, which is himself, right? It's quite entitled, but I guess it is. Oh my God, you guys have no idea. A lot of time has passed basically to get to this point with the updated rosters, with the rookies and whatnot. I took control of every single team in the league and I made each individual draft pick myself. So that took forever until like the 4th round, and then I got bored. But that's pretty much to get us to this point, right? But because of that, the free agency was messed up. So all of the great players were there. All of the contracts were messed up and everything. But I just manually did everything myself so that, you know, it wasn't stupid. And yeah, here we are. So hopefully everything should be good now. And by the way, some of those trades I made, they were accepted automatically because I was technically the owner of the team, right? So I think the Njoku trade that we made for with the Chargers for a 1st round pick, I'm gonna give that back to them and then just get a 2nd from them, because technically I was kind of cheesing it. The only guy we targeted was Kudipe. Welcome to the team. But okay, we also managed to pick up Rasheed Walker, who I think is gonna be my new starting left tackle. Gave him a 4-year deal with some pretty big money as well. And then Jordan Whitehead to be a backup DB. Ooh, and remember Eric Alexander, the #1 prospect in the class, ends up being a true top 5 guy. I think we did this cornerback right here. He's a round 1 true talent. Center Hunter Taylor is round 1 to 2. And then our guy J.R. Sharp, round 1 true talent and just 21 years old. And okay, we definitely have some solid wide receivers in the class, including a gem in Jacoby Harris out of Auburn. Oh, we got a day 3 projection, Levante Walker from the U. Oh my God. Earl Westbrook, round 1 true talent, projected UDFA, wide receiver out of LSU. You cannot go wrong. Oh, freaking K. Okay, for my 3 private workouts, I'm gonna throw one on Lance Gilmore. How about Max Youngblood out of Florida? And then maybe a safety. Our safety groom is not great. Tremont Craig. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, this trade I'm gonna send back to LA, and I'm just gonna grab a 2nd from them. Lance Gilmore ends up being a top 5 true talent as well at right end. 21 years old. Max Youngblood, a round 1 true talent. And a safety we did ends up being a round 1 to 2 guy. We definitely have some options here if I say so myself. Gilmore's projected to go number 4 though. Wait, what? I did not expect that to be accepted. Okay, I'm moving up with the Patriots here to number 4. We also get a 3rd. I'm trading away 20 and 23. That was kind of easy. It is our lucky day. Lance Gilmore is going to partner alongside the best defensive player of the league in Myles Garrett, and on a defensive line alongside Mike Hall, Mason Graham. Lance Gilmore, still just 21, speed rusher here out of LSU. Amazing ratings there, including elite change of direction, elite speed. This dude looks like the real deal, and our defensive line may just be the best in the entire league. Number 2 ranked in the class. Bro, you cannot be serious right now. Dang, I'm at the top of round 2 now, and that safety's already off the board. Big trade up here to 43 with the Commanders. We're gonna give up 2 of our 4 3rd-round picks, so that is fine. Future 4th and a current 6. And this trade up is to pretty much ensure we get our guy in the name of J.R. Sharp here, the Iowa right guard, round 1 true talent, only 21 years old as well. Could be a staple of this offensive line for this entire rebuild. He's ranked number 13 in the class, and hopefully, unlike Lance Gilmore, He actually is hidden dev. Let's go. And okay, pick number 20 here, Jalen Collins, DB out of UCF, 21 years old, slot archetype. Look at this. Elite acceleration, agility, change of direction. We need help in the secondary as well. I think we lost out on Martin Emerson, so Jalen Collins could be his ideal replacement. 55 in the class. And hidden dev with 97 agility, 95 change of direction. Oh my goodness. And we got ourselves an early pick here in round 3, and we have our guy in mind, Hunter Taylor. Amazing value at this point. The Oklahoma center, giving me shades of a little Creed Humphrey, potentially the center of the future. Number 47 in the class, Hunter Taylor. Our O-line is looking real good now. Look, I'm just making sure Shadur's got nothing to blame, all right?
How many times did Riley get touched?
Let's gamble with the prospect then. Pick 19, round 3, JoJo Holiday, the Oregon State defensive tackle. Kind of has it all. Elite strength, I like. Not the craziest of athletes, but looks like maybe the best player on our board here. So why not? Let's take a gander at him and see if he can be special. 45 in the class. Only normal dev. 98 strength is wild, though. Ooh, we're here in round 4, and the other guy on our board actually got drafted, which kind of sucks. I probably should have just went to both of them. Earl Westbrook is still here, though. He was the highest rated as well as a round 1 true talent there. Projected undrafted. We're going to take him now. We're not going to wait any longer on him, and he's immediately going to be a starter and play a big role on our team. As you can see, ranked 21 in the class. Only normal dev, though, but should be a solid overall. Round 5, pick 20, Ernie Reed. You ever heard of a generational punter? Never mind. Never mind. Hey, all things considered, I think we had a hell of a draft. Lance Gilmore, 78 overall. Sadly, was only normal dev, though. We beefing up the O-line with him, a J.R. Sharp and a Hunter Taylor. Got a good DB in Jalen Collins. JoJo Holiday, 73. The wide receiver, 74. The punter's actually 75. So quite good. A solid class. Is just the top guys. I wish we had a dev trade on him. Oh my God. And Eric Alexander might be generational. Hidden development as well at a USC. I mean, they got a long line of Amon-Ra St. Brown, Drake London, Michael Pittman, and now this guy. But before we kick off season 2, we gotta, of course, spin the wheel. 9 available options left. Hopefully, we get something good that helps us instead of putting us through the dirt. Odell Beckham trade. Trade for a superstar plus development receiver. Hey, the first 2 we've gotten have been good ones. There are some bad ones on here, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's help out Shadur even more. Before we do anything, though, we do have 30 staff points. 4 we've seen enough. We, of course, have the 2 offensive linemen. I'm going to throw it on the cornerback, Jalen Collins. As for those who don't know, that will reveal his development trait. Woo! But okay, I guess it's time for us to get aggressive already here in just year number 2. Let's see which receiver we want. Low-key, somebody like Chris Olave is not a bad shout. And remember, they have to be superstar plus development as well. So a player like Jackson Smith and Jigba sadly doesn't even work. And before I forget, I'm going to give their Chargers their first round pick back and just exchange it for a second instead. I kind of want like a bigger body, right? Because Judy's not the biggest. The new guy we just drafted is primarily going to play in the slot for us. So I kind of need like a big jump ball receiver. How about a Roma Dunze? He's not really the prototypical jump ball, go and grab it type guy, but he does possess the size at 6'3", 212. And after grabbing Luther Burden in round 2, and remember, Colston Loveland at pick number 10, Rome could be a little upset with his targets. Are there any offers here? Pick 17. That's 2029 though in the 3rd round pick. 2 seconds and a 4th for the former what? 9th, 8th overall pick just a couple seasons ago? Wait, a 2nd and a 3rd round pick is that close already? Wait, we don't need DeJuan Jones anymore, and their top left tackle, their top need is a left tackle. And ladies and gents, Rome Odunze, the superstar receiver out of UW, is now a part of the dog pound. Just want to go check my settings real quick. That trade just felt a little too easy, you know what I'm saying? Make sure everything's normal here, and it looks like it. But he's here, and he's gorgeous, and this offense looks like it could be a top 10 unit in the league. And remember, we made a postseason appearance last season. Could we make some noise this time around? I am going to start Gilmore right away. Schwarzenegger is going to be our starting middle linebacker now. Hey, this defense looks the part too. And back we are in the wildcard round, 11-6 record this time, so a good improvement from last season, tied with Baltimore, joint top of the North. However, offensively, we were 25th in the league in total yards, and the defense dropped down as well. It was number 1 last year. Whoa, but Shadur has stepped up to the plate. Now, 3,700 yards, but 36 touchdowns, and more importantly, only 5 interceptions. That is an outstanding year number 2. Quinshon Judkins has hit the ground running as well. Another 1,000-yard season, another 4.6 6.2 on average and 10 plus touchdowns. I can't complain with him either. Nobody really went too crazy in the receiving department. Actually, the rookie R.O. Westbrook, 883 yards, but 16 touchdowns out of the slot there. Amazing rookie season for him. Rome Odunze, 843, 7 touchdowns for him, 7 for Fannin. Defensively, J.O.K., Schwarzenegger, over at the 100 tackles for them. Mason Graham, hello, you have arrived. 24 tackle for losses, 13 sacks for the main man, 13 and a half for Myles Garrett, 16 TFLs. Mike Hall, 12 and 9. Schwarzenegger getting involved. Kwity Paye. What about the rookie Gilmore? Only 2.5 sacks for him, 1 tackle for loss. The defensive line, though, is putting up numbers. 5 interceptions for the Warden. Carson, J.O.K. with 3 as well. The numbers yards-wise, looks like they went down a little bit, but the numbers overall look awesome. And remember, we still need to win a playoff game either this season or next season, or else we're going to have to trade Myles Garrett. So going to Baltimore here, not going to be an easy going. And we lose 31-34 there, and now we got 1 year left, or Myles Garrett is gonna get traded. Dang, we're like honestly competing. We just cannot get out of the wild card. Eagles, Chiefs, what a surprise. As Kermit wins himself another MVP, but look who's number 9. Mason Graham finishes runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year behind TJ Watt. However, your Offensive Rookie of the Year, Earl Westbrook. Mason Graham won Best Defensive Lineman. Could that be a Superstar X Factor? We could maybe get a Shedeur Superstar as well. How does Shedeur not go up after that season? He was phenomenal. Earl Westbrook up to star development is what you like to see. And sadly, both the guards we chose were only star development as well. Defensively, Mason Graham does get the boost up, and so does J.O.K. So does our guy Carson Schwarzenegger. Awesome upgrades. Did Devin Bush even go up? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. To have these counting numbers and not go up to superstar is a crime. And the Eagles did it again. Smacked the Chiefs once again. Saquon back at the White House. We actually have 119 mil. I honestly expected the releasing of Deshaun Watson to hinder us a lot, but we're kind of been chilling. 5th year option here for Rome Odunze, of course gonna accept that. Greg Newsome wants a new deal, not asking for the most money, and it does have green interest too, so shouldn't be too difficult. But for the rest of these players here, I think I'm gonna let them go. Let's go to free agency and see what we can splash out on. Having a franchise quarterback that's making next to nothing means our window is wide open for the next few seasons, so let's go crazy. Oh my God, we have Aiden Hutchinson here, 99 overall. Ronnie Stanley, Jack Campbell, Bernhard, Raymond, solid. Charvarius Ward, some solid names here. And guys, what are the odds? Now, he has little to no interest, sadly, but we got the money to spend, and we're not even close to what the Bears have offered him. All right. Aiden Hutchinson, Bernhard, Raymond, Michael Mayer, Jack Sanborn, Jason Pinnock are all the guys we're interested in. 3 of them off the board now. We get Sanborn and Pinnock to no surprise. Aiden Hutchinson actually goes to the Big Apple, and that defensive line is ridiculous. For some reason, these two are being so stingy, despite me being on the top of their chart there. They both finally joined, though. Welcome to the team. And truly, it's not even a hot take to say it anymore. This offense is a top 5 unit in the league. And okay, just about draft time now. My 3-star is on cornerback, and they're, oh my God, top 5. Top 5, 3 of them here that we see already. A solid safety here, round 1 to 2, and 2 round 1 guys at strong safety. Also threw a private workout on this guy, Connor Nicholson. He's around 1 to 2. I'm gonna throw our first one on Kai Rhodes, right end out of Tulane. We're also gonna do Von Russell out of A&M. And let's throw in another safety, why not? Sean Wagner. As we'll have picks 22, 58, 68, and 74 in the top 3 rounds. And wait, Kai Rhodes is projected to go top 5, never mind. Ooh, was Sean Wagner the guy we just put a private workout on round 1 true talent, available at our spot, or at our pick at 22, hopefully. Ooh, Demarius McCray though. And then Von Russell ended up being a round 1 to 2 guy. I'm kind of scared about pass rush, because what if we have to trade Myles Garrett? You know what I'm saying? That would be quite the player to have to replace. Here at our pick now at 22, the safeties are still on the board. But of course, so is Demarius McCray. However, I'm going to go Greg McCray, the strong safety out of Oregon, Skodux, and I might try to trade back into the first round and grab that corner as well, because we know the range he's going to go in, right? McCray is a bigger need. We're very, very thin at safety right now. So let's go ahead and take him at pick number 22, ranked number 11 in the class. and hidden development starter day 1. And now let's hopefully trade ahead of Baltimore and grab that corner. Hopefully he doesn't go here. And perfect. A big giving up here, not gonna lie, including a future 2nd round pick could be costly, but we managed to keep our 2nd this year and then a current 3rd, 4th, and 5th rounder to trade up to 29. Thank you very much, Minnesota. And that now allows us to grab our guy, Demarius McCray, the brother of Greg McCray, who we just drafted. This guy, though, out of South Carolina, top 5 true talent at cornerback. Denzel Ward getting a little up there in age now, could be his replacement for the future. A+ grade, they say, ranked number 4 in the class, hidden development, and a shutdown corner in our already stacked CB room. Round 2 now, we only have 1 guy left on our draft board. Connor Nicholson here, the middle linebacker that we had scouted out of LSU. Round 1 to 2 talent, could be a good piece for us for years to come here and add some good depth to our linebacker room already. A top 30 player in the class is what you'd like to see. That is not, though. And our last pick here in round 3, let's just beefing out the room. Round 2 to 3 talent here in Tyler Terrell out of Virginia, the best player that we have available that we scouted at the least. Perfect match here, 74, picked at 74, and normal dev. Not a bad class, if I say so myself. Greg McCray, 76, 77 for Demarius there, 74 for the middle linebacker, and 71 for Terrell there in early round 3. Anything crazy in this class? Not really. Number 1 player in the class was actually a receiver who went number 1, that is. Corner, good linebacker, but went number 3 overall there, and there's Demarius McCray. But now for year number 3, we got another wheel to spin, and hopefully it does as well like it has the first 2 seasons. We don't blame the O-line. Shadur give up more than 30 sacks, and that means I have to release our highest rated offensive lineman. They better hold it down. But remember, we did upgrade on that unit, adding a Bernhard Raymond, 87 overall left tackle. I think Rasheed Walker's going to play right tackle. The O-line looks good. I think it's been a pretty solid throughout the first 2 years, too. However, if we give up in total 30 or more sacks, I would have to release the highest overall. Defense looks good, man. We got some great devies last season, and I accidentally just used too many staff points. Now I don't have enough to review anybody. Oh my god. Can't even do simple math. My people are looking down at me. But okay, we're actually in week 1 now. Have enough to reveal somebody, and I think we go with a corner top 5 talent, Demarius McCray. He was a special talent, but is he a special development trait? Ooh, super. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take superstar all day. Make sure our guy Gilmore is starting. This defense looks set. And I almost forgot Mason Graham had an incredible year number 2, putting up 13 sacks. And that means 13 attributes we can upgrade. I'm not gonna lie though, his attributes are genuinely so good already. He's been developing like an absolute horse. I might just put it all on strength. Why freaking not? Let's get it up from an 82 all the way to a 95. He's been in the lab in the summer, in the off season. Oh my god, he's a 96 overall now. He's a 96 overall now. Denzel Ward back on a 1-year deal. Jerry Jeudy. I don't think this is the worst contract in the world, but I'm gonna try 2 years. And he's staying. JOK just wants an absurd contract. We cannot do that. Mike Hall, no interest. Kind of sucks. Could he pay here? And then some other filler guys. But based off where we left off, this could be our best season yet. We go 14-3, comfortably win the North, I'd imagine. But still, we're just the 2 seed behind the Colts, who finished with the same record. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shadur, Roma Tunze went insane, and Myles Garrett led the league in sacks with 20. What are we cooking? I haven't changed anything since year 1. Offensively, jumped up massively to number 1 in the league in defense. Defense? I feel like our defense has gotten so much better as well, but look at Shadur Sanders exploding onto the scene with almost 5,000 yards there, 54 touchdowns, almost a record for a single season. Did have a lot of interceptions, but hey, he was a gunslinger this season, and I freaking love it. Quinshon Judkins, once again, he's just been consistently great for us. 4.7 to carry, extremely efficient, 8 touchdowns, over 1,000 again. Roma Tunze was playing in the slot this season, and he showed why I should have probably did that last season. 23 touchdowns and 1,540 yards is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Jerry Jeudy even contributed with 1,100 there. 9 touchdowns for him. 999 yards for Earl Westbrook. 1 shy of 3 1K yard receivers would have been awesome. Harold Fannin slotted in as a tight end nicely too. This offense has gone up to another level. Ooh, and remember the sack thing from the wheel. 30 or more sacks and we're in trouble. This is already 20. This is 28, 31. You're kidding. You're kidding. 30, 20, 25, 28, 31. We gave up 31 sacks. We gave up 31 sacks. right on the freaking brink is crazy. That means we're gonna have to release our highest overall. It's either Tevin Jenkins or Bernhard Raymond. And sadly, he's been so good for us up to superstar development now. Tevin Jenkins has to get released before we even get into a playoff game. Oh my god, how did we not complete that? This is like the best O-line we've had in a minute. Luckily for us, we do still have Zach Zinter around, so he'll slot in at left guard, but it's a definite downgrade on the O-line. I cannot believe we were over by 1. That is actually such a joke. Defensively, Carson, 124 tackles this season, overtaking JOK. TFL numbers 15 for Mason Graham, 15 for Mike Hall. They've been incredible as a duo in the interior. 14 for Myles Garrett. Carson swashed Carson with 12 TFLs himself, and sack numbers, my goodness, man. 20 for Myles Garrett. That's another 13 upgrade points for Mason Graham. 7 from Mike Hall Jr. Gilmore, 4.5, 4 TFLs for him. Just okay, but honestly, it's hard to put up numbers when you got these 3 monsters ahead of you. 4 picks for the Joker, 3 for Carson and McCray, the rookie, and Denzel Ward. And I never checked out development traits. Greg McCrae's a superstar. So we got both of them, the McCray brothers were both superstar. Okay. It's like a Sar and a Men Thompson. And I'm not gonna lie, Mason Graham is already a 99 overall. Maybe I should have did that challenge with somebody a little bit lower on the depth chart, right? But obviously I wanted to give Mason Graham his love too, because he was the 5th overall selection, right? A lot of the media is gonna be on Shedeur Sanders, but I wanted to make sure Mason Graham gets his love too. But honestly, I might stop it here because he's already elite. Oh, and remember, we need to win this playoff game, because if we lose, we're going to have to trade Myles Garrett. And our team right now we're Super Bowl contenders. We're looking to compete. We're an 89 overall team. However, we have an AFC North rival here in the wildcard round, the Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt versus Myles Garrett. Can we get our first playoff win? It's been a long time coming. We've made it every single season, but that win is still not here yet. 7-all after 1. Pittsburgh driving down like it's nobody's business. However, we tie up the ball game 14-21. Now the Steelers are just scoring at ease. 21-17, we take our first lead of the game. 24-21, fourth quarter, 10-point lead. And we're icing it away. 17-point lead now. We shut out the Steelers in the second half, I believe. And there it is, our first playoff win. We do not have to trade Myles Garrett, thankfully, because our team is looking legit nowadays. Huh? Yeah, thank God we won that freaking game. So, you know, they probably just threw him away like a bag of chips. The Giants just signed Tevin Jenkins in the freaking second round of the playoffs. Yeah, what a freaking blessing that is. Chiefs in round 2. We lose. Dang, we cannot get on a roll here in the playoffs. We've been consistently making it every season, and this time around was our best year, 14-3. But the 11-6 Chiefs still take us down. That's kind of disappointing. Oh, and look, the Giants added Tevin Jenkins, and they win. They freaking win. Packers Broncos Super Bowl. That is interesting, but quite fun if I say so. And Jordan Love is just having a crazy year, winning MVP as well. But look who's number 3 on the podium for the first time. Shedeur Sanders. Ooh, Opoy goes to Roma Dunze. Could he go up to X Factor? Myles Garrett, Depoy as well. We swept all the awards. We got Mason Graham, Carson in here as well. Ooh, but sadly the Steelers swept the rookie awards. Both the McCray brothers finished 2-3. But nonetheless, we should have some great devies here, including a superstar Shedeur Sanders, a superstar X Factor Roma Dunze, making that trade look like one of the biggest heists of this generation. Defensively, JOK up to X Factor. Remember, we didn't pay him though, so we might be losing out on an X Factor player. I think Ronnie Hickman goes up to free safety. What? Goes up to superstar? No. Goes up to star as well. Shout out to him. I am losing my mind. And Denver spoils Green Bay's run here. 35-21, smacking them. Shout out Bo Nix, your Super Bowl MVP in 2027. 5th-year option for Mason Graham might be the easiest decision of my life. JOK is demanding about 25 mil on average. I mean, we cannot do that looking long term. As good as he has been, he is 28 years old now. Mike Hall, though, I low-key would like to keep around. He wants a monster deal too, though. Tell you what, could we maybe get a JOK on like a 2-year deal? I wouldn't mind that. He actually accepts half the years he wanted. You know what, Zach Zinter, let's get you back just as a rotational piece. And then in terms of Mike Hall, I'm going to offer him a bad deal here. He is going to decline, of course, and I'm just going to franchise tag him. We still got some money in the bank as well. Last season, though, might be our final season in this specific window, because Shedeur's contract is coming sooner than later, right? Jahmyr Gibbs, hello. Tarheeb Steele, hello. 26 years old, 90 overall corner there. Some really nice players here. Zach Frazier, Tevin Jenkins would be amazing to have. Would love him as our left guard. Haha. It might sound crazy with the depth we have, I'm gonna offer Tarhib Steele a deal. Tarhib still a deal. And then how about a 1 year for Julian Love? We got Sam Williams here as well. They're all gone. We actually get these two. Tarhib Still, we do not manage to grab. He goes to Indianapolis. I didn't really check where we even were. And I just skipped over the private workouts. I am such an idiot, bro. Why was that so fast? Well, we do have a top 5 guy here. Safety, Juan Wiley at Notre Dame. Literally just Kyle Hamilton. Oh my God, that is so annoying. How did I do that? There's another top 5 guy. Juan Boyle. What's with the Juans? I definitely didn't private work out this dude at midseason. Ooh, and okay, after checking out the mock draft, the other safety is not projected to go round 1. We're at pick 27. Oh my, and guess who didn't stop at midseason to put their national scout on linebacker? Am I okay? What? I just forgot everything. At least we have these talents on the board, though. For my pick, it's quite simple. I want at least one of these guys.
Year left on your contract.
And we're going to get one of them at pick 27. Juan Boyle, Florida State, 6'3", hybrid, strong safety here. Our secondary is going to be insane. He has elite acceleration, elite speed, 4.35, the fastest 40, highest vert jump, longest broad jump, 3-cone drill number 1, 20-yard shuttle number 1. This dude is an absolute demigod. He's the number 1 player in the class. Oh my God. How was that not an A+? How is that only an A? Juan Boyle. Might just be generational, dare I say? Holy, what is this player that just fell to us at 27? Bro, he is 6'3" with 95 speed, 94 excel. Holy crap. Oh, we don't have a second. I traded it. Totally forgot about that, but I'm going to go ahead and go Clay Burke here. Just a bit of a gamble. Needle in a haystack type things. He's... Whatever, I'm just going to go Clay Burke. I like the elite strength. Hey, not the worst value in the world, right? 93. We get him at 91. Hey... Not bad. Not the most eventful draft, I must... Oh my God. 83 overall for Juan Boyle. Yo, this dude is actually insane. Out of Florida State as well. For kind of a secondary U, you know what I mean? If that made sense. He looks unbelievable, bro. Genuinely. He's got to start. I don't know why I said secondary U. DBU, I meant. You know what I mean. Number 1 rated by a long margin. Here's Juan Wiley, the other guy, but he went number 3 overall. This receiver, another 80 overall. This guy we get at the tail end of round 1. What value? What type of value is that? And you know what? Let's check out Juan Wiley for the heck of it because he... Oh. Juan Boyle, you got some high expectations to live up to. And before we spin the wheel here, I'm going right into it. Juan Boyle, you are getting revealed. He's got to be special, right? He's got an 83 overall. I mean, that's pretty much generational. Juan Boyle. He says superstar. X Factor is the 3rd on the depth chart there, which looks so dumb. I'll move one of them to free safety. We just hit an absolute superstar. Oh, Superstar X, you know what I'm saying. But before we do anything else, we're back on the wheel. 7 remaining options on the wheel here. Last one hurt us bad. We had to release Tevin Jenkins in the middle of our playoff run. Now let's see, we're going to get one for a little Harold Fannin. Okay, Fannin Fireworks, Harold Fannin Jr. to have a 1,000-yard season. And the stipulations are quite simple. If he hits 1,000 yards, we'll up that development trait by 1 to Superstar. But if he fails to reach that 1K yards... he's going to go down to a normal. Here's the problem, though. I should go Kansas City because it's so tight and heavy and in favor of the tight end, but we have been so good with Cincinnati. I almost don't want to change anything, even though I know he's not going to get 1,000 with that. I got to do it. I got to do it for the challenge here. Harold Fannin, if you don't get 1,000, you are dead to me. I'm not even going to lie. Because our offense so far has been a high-powered machine under the likes of Quinshon Judkins, Rome, Earl Westbrook, Jerry Jeudy, Harold Fannin. Can you step up to the plate? Move Greg McCray out to free safety now, and Boyle, of course, hands down the starter at strong safety immediately. One of our cornerstones, to say the very least, and with no more Kwity Paye at right end, Gilmore got a bigger role to play. And after the regular season here in year 4, we end up back at 11-6, a little down from last season, but win the North once again. And remember, we do need Harold Fannin. Oh my God, we do need Harold Fannin to hit 1,000 yards this season. I mean, with Shedeur Sanders putting up 4,626 yards, hopefully Harold Fannin is a big part of that. 9 interceptions, 50 touchdowns is ridiculous. This should be MVP. Quinshon Judkins, once again, phenomenal, putting up the numbers he's been putting up pretty much every year. But the big time now, receiving yards, Harold Fannin barely breaks through. Oh my God. Barely. 1,036 yards for the main man. 4 touchdowns as well. But he was actually third on the team behind Rome Odunze and Earl Westbrook, who exploded back as the #1 with 18 touchdowns and almost 1,200 yards. But of course, with us completing the challenge from the wheel, Harold Fannin is now a superstar dev. 33 sacks given up this season. We would have been toast again. 122 for Carson, 116 for JOK. TFL's 13 for Mason Graham there. 13 for Mike Hall. Myles Garrett with an odd, quiet season. I'm not gonna lie, only 9.5 sacks for him as well. Mason Graham has been sensational though, carrying the load now maybe 3-4 years down the line. 15.5 sacks for him, 9.5 like I said for Garrett, 6.5 for Mike Hall. Gilmore still a little underwhelming, only with just 5 there. Greg Newsome leads the way with interceptions though with 4. Not a bad season from the defense. However, can we start to make some noise in the playoffs where we've been a little disappointing so far? Got the Broncos here in the wild card round, beat them 37, the reigning Super Bowl champs as well. Denver Broncos beat them 37-27. Buffalo up next in round 2. Not going to be easy, but it's a 29-10 dub. Now we get the Kansas City Chiefs, our first conference championship game, I believe, and this is the team that took us out last season. Can we get a revenge here? Nobody knows because this game doesn't tell you. We do 41 points we put up on their head, and we got Philly in the bowl. And we just saw a duel for the absolute ages. Almost 800 plus yards combined, 10 total touchdowns thrown by the quarterbacks, no interceptions as well. What in the masterclass did we just witness? 170 from Rashee Rice, 155 from Rome, as well as a hat trick of touchdowns. Earl Westbrook with 140. Jared Wiley with 84. Harold Fanning getting involved. Oh my God. But whether it's a scrappy, low-scoring game or a shootout, we can win them in all types of ways. Josh Allen wins MVP. I don't know how Shador is number 4 after the numbers he put up. Penix number 2? What in the world did Penix do that was so special? 4,500 yards, 48-9. We had more yards, more touchdowns. We're in the Super Bowl. Like, hello? But you know what they say. There's a certain agenda they put on our guy. And funnily enough, the year we actually make the Super Bowl, we have 0 awards, but Shador Sanders up to Superstar X Factor now. I see a little Earl Westbrook up to Superstar as well. He's been incredible. Remember, we drafted him on day 3 in round 4, I believe, right? Defensively, don't think we got anything. Gilmore's still only a normal, but his numbers really haven't said anything else, so fair. And remember, we signed JOK on a short deal. We had to tag Mike Hall. This might be our final season with this group of players here, but this Eagles roster is no joke. 399 overalls. Cooper DeJean's at 98 as well. I mean, it's pretty much the roster they got in real life. Still going strong, except they have an awesome looking tight end now in Jake Brenningstool. Saquon is still going at 31 years of age. Torrey Horton, the Colorado State 6'3" receiver there. It's a good team, man. Jahad Campbell's still there too. It's going to be an absolute headbanger. They're an 89. We're a 91. Clash of the Titans. Shador Sanders versus Jalen Hurts. Who can bring it home? Can Cleveland? Can Shador bring it home for the first time ever? Cleveland, this is for you. It's a 0-point start from our team, though. It's not looking good, but we do respond. 7-10 now, making it just a 3-point game at the end of the first half. Third quarter on its way. Eagles do start with ball, take a 10-point lead, but we respond once again. Our offense is humming. Can our defense get a stop, though? 4th and 4? And Jake Elliott has missed a 59-yarder. That is all we needed to see. The momentum is on our side. The energy has shifted. Shador Sanders in the pocket. Wide open man is that Harold Fannin, the main guy himself this season. 2nd and 4 on the Eagles 31. Another drop back here. This time it's Rome Odunze for a good first down. Coming out and empty now. We've just completely abandoned the run game, I guess, but hey, why not? Shador is cooking. 2nd and 3. Another passing play. This time it's Earl Westbrook 1st and goal. We are slicing them up like a hot knife through butter. Shador, Harold Fannin down on the 3. And okay, surely now it's Quinshawn Judkins' range. We saw what he did in the national championship with 3 touchdowns. Okay. Give it to Quinshawn, man. This is what he does. This is why we draft him at number 36. We don't even give him a chance. And it's deflected. We're on the 2. It's 4th and goal. What do we do here? Does the offense remain on the field? No. We drive all the way down on the 2 just to settle for 3. Tie up the ball game at the very least. If freaking McLaughlin makes it, I believe, is our kicker, which he does. which he does, but honestly, that's a disappointing drive. That should have been 7. The fact that we didn't give Quinshon Judkins 1 carry there is insane. Gilmore, what are you doing? What are you doing? 15-yard penalty right away, 3rd and 4. Can our defense step up when we need him most? 2 minutes and 15 seconds to go. Hurts drops back to pass. And it's a first down by, is that Breeding Store, whatever his stupid long name was? Man. And it all comes down to this play. 3rd and 5 on the 17. Minute and 20 to go. Eagles hand it off to Saquon again. And he gets the first down. Timeout number 2 has been used. Remember, Jake Elliott did miss a field goal earlier, but this one is almost a gimme. It's just about a chip shot. There goes our 3rd and final one. They do not opt to call for a timeout. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 3-point lead for Philly. 1 second remaining on the clock. Like I was saying, though, it's an absolute heartbreak. I mean, it's just down to being aggressive. We were on the 2, 4th and goal, and we decided to kick it to tie up the ball game. That's not going to win you a Super Bowl. Shador with an absolute heartbreak. Like I said, he low-key. That hit him in the hands, and there was room in front of him too. But sadly, we fall short here in what, year 4, year 5 now. The team is good, though, man. I think we'll be back. We're building a great foundation. We've built a great culture and a good reputation now. We just need to find it again and bring one home for the first time. Disappointing one, man. I can't lie. To fall that short after such a spectacular season. Hurts does end up taking away Super Bowl MVP. We will be back. Contract renewals, and we do have 152 mil in our safe, but we do have a lot of great talent here to pay. Quinshon Judkins going to be the first one through the door, though. 4-year deal. Rome Odunze wants quite the bag and has literally no interest at all. And same goes for our guy Carson, Mike Hall Jr., Myles Garrett now here at 33 years of age now. I want him pretty much until he retires. I need to get him a ring. Harold Fannin Jr., what if I make it a 4-year deal, lower this down to 7.5? And he's staying with us for the next 4. Although 32 years old now, I think I do want Denzel Ward back, but he's probably going to be CB3, maybe even CB4. I just want good depth, though. And obviously at this time, a Cleveland Browns legend, Lance Gilmore, 5th-year option. He hasn't been the best, but I'm still going to give him the keys. And I'm not really sure why, but Sanders is just not here for a contract. Maybe he has one. Maybe I messed it up. Huh? Am I going to lose it for nothing? Carson for the next 4. I really would love nothing more. He sadly has no interest at all. And he might be going. And tell you what, with Myles Garrett potentially out the door very soon, I would love to grab Mike Hall Jr. back for another 3, and he joins us back. And okay, let's get in our bag real quick. Unlocker. Unlock 1 player in re-signing who is not interested. Obviously, our guy Carson declined us. Let's have one more go. Because I got a little plan up my sleeve. I'm going to bump this up to 7.5. He should have... All right. Carson just wants to move on. There's nothing I can really do about that. For Rome Odunze, I'm going to lowball him here. He's obviously going to decline. I'm going to franchise tag him. That's 43 mil. I think it's going to be a tag and trade. I would love to recoup, any value I can in a player that's 93 overall and not just lose him for nothing. Obviously, I would just like some draft picks, but it looks like the money is going to be a problem. And the big trade has gone through Rome Odunze, like fit string DT, 2 4th-round picks for number 7 this season, as well as their 3rd-round pick and a future 3rd from the New Orleans Saints. That now gives us some much-needed ammo to work with. As for free agency, we got Quentin Nelson, Landon Dickerson, Michael Williams up to a superstar X Factor now. Obviously, Carson, Omario, and Hampton not on a 2nd contract with LA, of course. Only McNeil, good talent. As we'll be adding in Parker Washington, Jack Sanborn, and then Pat Royale here, just to serve us some depth. I'm going to throw one on this 21-year-old deep threat with a B awareness in Jeremy Hargrave. How about a little Aiden McCain out of UCLA? And then with Carson gone for good, let's throw one on Colin Bloom, linebacker out of Tech. Aiden McCain, round 1 to 2. And both the linebacker and the receiver we did just okay. However, at pick number 7 via New Orleans, I'm going to go with right end Johnny Newton. And this is pretty much our replacement, our future plan after Myles Garrett inevitably leaves us, right? He's 33, going to 34, only on a 1-year deal. Johnny Newton is my favorite pass rusher in this class, so we're going to go ahead and choose him. He doesn't have to impact us right away, as he'll be our 3rd stringer. 42 in the class is not what you like to see, especially at pick number 7, but he is in a dev. There is some upside to be excited about. And he is only 21 as well. So there's a lot of room to work with. Trading back from 31 to 42 here with the Chargers. Get a future third-round pick also. And then with this pick, I'm going to go with the receiver we scouted, Jeremy Hargrave out of Florida State, the deep threat, 21 years old, elite agility there, great speed, great acceleration as well. We're in need of a wide receiver 3 after, of course, trading away Roma Dunze. Could Jeremy be the next guy up? 62 in the class, little bit of a reach there. But he is hidden dev, he's got the speed, and speed kills. And then at pick 31, let's go ahead and grab our guy, Aiden McCain, the right guard out of UCLA, round 1 to 2 talent here. Maybe a little bit of a reach because he's projected round 3 to 4, but the talent says what the talent says, and I love the value here. 34 in the class, a third straight hidden dev. First up, we'll be Colin Bloom here, the man we scouted, 21 years old, out of Virginia Tech. We need some linebacker depth after losing our guy Carson, of course. 52 in the class, we get him at 71, make it 4 in a row. Make it 4 in a row then. This center, Daniel Green, looks kind of unbelievable. Great, elite, great. Solid strength, which is kind of the one you want to be great. Out of Ohio State, though, I see good value here. Let's just beefing up the trenches. Why not? 98 in the class, though. Looked a little bit better than that. But in dev, you can never complain with 5 straight hidden development. 74 for Newton, 73 for Jeremy Hargrave, McCain 74, 73, 70 for Daniel Green, and the CPU got me John Beard. Only normal, though. Devon Brown, the top 5 rated guy in the class, ends up being the number 1 guy. Only a 78, though. Not the highest rated draft class by the looks of it. As we are now here in year 5, midway point of the reboot. If you made it here, please make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. I must remind you, as we get ourselves Garrett versus Watt, have the player with the highest sack count during the season. Basically, whoever has the player with the most amount of sacks at the end of the season between the Browns and the Steelers will get a development trait upgrade on the defensive side of the ball. Low-key, Johnny Newton, I'm going to reveal him because if he's a solid development trait, he might start over Gilmore right away. And remember, if we win the sack challenge, I could upgrade him another development trait afterwards as well. Ooh, he actually is a superstar. Oh, okay. I was not expecting that, I'm not going to lie. Huh. There is a 6 rating difference between the two at rush right end. I know I said I'm going to start him if he's a good dev trait, but I don't think I'm going to rush him into anything yet. Like I said, he's still just 21. The Cowboys are offering us an X Factor 22-year-old tight end for Zach Zinter. Yeah, sure. I'm cool with that for sure. He's our new tight end too, and obviously the guy we drafted, McCain, can get the start now at right guard. Okay, he's here now, and here we go. It's going to be around 60, 65 mil on average, and you know what? It's worth every single penny. He's been awesome. Both Earl Westbrook and Jerry Jeudy need a deal as well. Our guy Earl might be the main guy nowadays, though. I'm going to give him a 5-year deal, 7.5 on each. Greg Newsome on a 1 year. He's still an 88. The tough one is going to be Mason Graham, though, who has no interest because of the scheme fit. Buddy, you've been pretty dang good even without the scheme fit. You know what I mean? 5-year deal. We'll make it even 19.5. He's been sensational for us. And he's back for 5 more. But still have some great players here like Sharp, JOK, Hunter Taylor, our center, Jalen Collins as well. I'm going to wait till the end of the season, though. Where, my friends, we just finished the year off 15-2. Yo, talk to me nice. That we lost in week 1, week 3, and then we went on a, 14-game winning streak after that? Oh my goodness, the momentum could not be any higher. That's actually insane. 14-game win streak to end it off. Shador Sanders, my word, MVP of this man right now. Crown this man right now. 4,400 yards, 4,500 yards. Let's round up for my guy. 50 touchdowns on the dot. Just 9 interceptions. Most valuable player. And I say it in every one of my rebuilds. Usually running backs are annoying until they're like 90 overall. Quinshon Judkins just said, kick that aside. I'm going to be great from the day I step on the field. He's been incredible for us. And Earl Westbrook, this is why we gave you the bag. It may have been even an underpay. I may have lowballed you. 22 touchdowns, 1,500 yards, 1,000 for Jerry Jeudy. Hargrave, the rookie, awesome as a number 3 too. Oh my God. And the rookie Aiden McCann at right guard gave up 0 sacks throughout the year. Does that mean he's a super? Okay. Still, though, I freaking love it. JOK, 110 tackles made for him. TFL numbers, 13 for Miles, 12 for Mason Graham. Lance Gilmore, who's playing in a bigger role. Mason Graham has been a monster in the sack totals, and we remember, we got to check out the Steelers afterwards as well. 14.5 for Garrett there, so we got 15 as our most. The Steelers, as long as it's below 15, we are chilling. 8.5 for Derek Harmon. TJ Watt only had 2. Yeah, we smoked him. We smoked him. And because we completed that challenge on the wheel, that means I get free reign to upgrade any single player in our defense development trait by 1. +1. Juan Boyle, 6 picks. 4 for JOK, 2 for Denzel and Greg. Ooh. Ooh, Bloom is a superstar. No way. Colin Bloom is a superstar. But okay, question. We got an upgrade, a free development trait upgrade on defense. I'm thinking either McRae, Johnny Newton. I mean, Colin Bloom up to X Factor would be kind of fun too now. I think it's got to be our guy Johnny, though. Not to be confused with Jerzon Newton, of course, on the Commanders. He's still only 21, barely played this season, but his ceiling through the roof. Especially now with that superstar X Factor development trait. Myles Garrett may be an impossible replacement, but Johnny Newton is a close next up. And remember, it was heartbreak for us last season. This year's got to be the one, though. We are 15-2. The AFC goes through the dog pound. We got the Raiders in round 2 with Ashton Genty, of course, make it a close game. 31-29. I'm not going to lie. A little bit scary. Got another AFC West team, the Kansas City Chiefs. And we beat them 31-28. And I believe we're going to be playing Philly in the Super Bowl here. It's the Clash of the Titans. As MVP goes to Patrick Mahomes. It would be a shame if he got knocked out in the conference championship. Point number 2 is Earl Westbrook there. Ben Bakersfield's Depoy. Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Jeremy Hargrave. The wide receiver 3 on our team, our offense, as high-powered as they come defensive. Bloom all the way at 9. I was looking for his name. He's all the way down here. Ooh, Aiden McCain, the rookie. Best offensive lineman. Now, he is only a star dev, so I can't upgrade him to Superstar X Factor, but I will upgrade him to Superstar for winning that award, let alone finish top 5. Winning best offensive lineman, though, as a rookie is one of the coolest things you could see. Let's see it. Jeremy Hargrave up to Superstar. I think Earl Westbrook up to Superstar X Factor, and McCain went up himself. I didn't even have to do. I think if you do win the best offensive line, the number 1, O-line of the year, you do get the Devi yourself. So hey, I freaking love it. I didn't even have to do it. But also, what a draft pick and what a decision it was to trade away Zach Zinter and make him the starter right away. I saw the qualities in training camp. I saw what he was about. Defensively, nada. No, Lance, our guy Gilmore finally goes up to star, and next year, him alongside Johnny Newton is going to be special. Although Myles Garrett is still a 98, I never showed you guys this, but I did do Fountain of Youth, slow ratings regression for 1 season for 1 position. We obviously did left end for him. We did play Philly last year. I almost forgot. Can we get our revenge? Can the boys rally and get our revenge after losing in heartbreaking fashion last season by just 3 points? It's an electric start for the Dog Pound. 17-7 in the first half, and it ends at that scoreline as well. We do start with ball in second half. It's 24-7. It's 31-7. It's a safety for the Eagles. That doesn't matter, though. 17-31. 38-17. We should be chilling. The Eagles make a late push there in the game, but we win ourselves Cleveland's first ever Super Bowl. Cleveland, this is for you. Although I'm recording this on the same day LeBron James just got knocked out by a Rudy Gobert masterclass. But hey, that doesn't matter. We'll take the trade-off for a Cleveland Browns Lombardi under Shedeur Sanders. And he just may be your Super Bowl MVP with 216 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, 0 interceptions. The run game was absolutely stinky. Oh, actually, no, Quinshon was a monster. We just didn't really give him the ball enough. Only 8 carries. And nobody in particular dominated in the targets as well. Quinshon, Hargrave, and Jerry Jeudy all with touchdowns. 1.5 sacks for Mike Hall Jr., 1 for Myles Garrett. We got him a ring, baby. And 1 for the main man, Miles. Who? Mason Graham there. The interception went to our guy, Greg. And how about that? 6 years later, Shedeur Sanders is your Super Bowl MVP and brings the Cleveland Browns their first ever Super Bowl. But hey, we ain't done yet. We got a dynasty to build over here. We want to keep this core intact for as long as possible. Jalen Collins is asking for like little to no money at all for 4 years. Absolutely. Both of the McRae brothers do have 5th-year options, and I think we'll be accepting both of them. J.R. Sharp has been such a beast for us. 89 overall now. Still 25 years old, but I think we're going to have to let him go, right? The money's not going to be as free-flowing anymore with Shedeur Sanders on that big big deal now. And with us drafting that superstar guy Bloom last year, I think we can say goodbye to JOK. Our starting center, Hunter Taylor's actually here also. I think I gotta either sign him or JR Sharp back. He's only asking for 17.5 mil though. JR Sharp all the way at almost 70. So we'll do Hunter Taylor, 4-year deal. Now he actually doesn't have much interest. We'll bump it up a little bit, and that should be good. Rasheed Walker back for 2 years. He's still only 30 years old. And last but not least, we got the main man himself, Miles G. I said I want to keep him until he retires. He's going to be a Cleveland. He's probably going to be the best Cleveland Brown of all time. I think we got to send it Miles. Hey, you know what though? Let's leave it off at a high. He won the Super Bowl, got what he wanted, and he's going to end off a luxurious career here in Cleveland. Go get your bag somewhere else now, my guy, but always a legend in these streets. And for free agency, we're adding in Kingsley Suamataia to be our new left guard, and then Will McDonald, Benji Valentine, and Tyler Barron for some much-needed depth on defense. Also, Josh Allen just went to the Dolphins. And then I did these 2 receivers who are just okay. Oh my God, hello? Will Hunter. Hello. Nope, we don't need to probably work out you, but I need to keep you in mind. Oh, I did tackle, and there are literally no right tackles in this class. I'm gonna throw number 1 on Mike Bradley, guard out of South Carolina, and maybe another one here in Nigel Kidd. Ooh, round 1. And both the linebackers here, round 2 to 3. And at pick 32 for the reigning Super Bowl champs, the choice is easy. Mike Bradley here, the round 1 true talent guard out of South Carolina. Looks like an awesome prospect. We lost some depth in this offseason. Hopefully Mike Bradley can come in and contribute right away. Number 18 in the class, but only normal dev. And pretty much everybody else on our board is gone. I'm just going to take Will Hunter here because he's a round 1 to 2 talent. We know the value we're getting is great. Maybe we're reaching a little bit. He is a day 3 projection, but I don't want to miss out on a talent like this, especially in the 2nd round. 31 in the class there. Dang, what's going on in this class? Probably should have traded up for a receiver or something. I honestly did not check my picks. Nigel Kidd up next. Need linebacker depth. Lost JOK. This guy is solid value here at 62. There we go. Back on track. Oh, wait. One of the receivers we did is still here. D. Whitfield. Okay. Slot archetype out of Cal. Only 21 years old. His key ratings don't look great, but we know the talent is going to be good value at this choice of the draft. He's 76 in the class. Get him at 72. Only normal, but serviceable wide receiver 3. Maybe a tad bit of a reach here at 32 in round 3. Teron Grenard, defensive tackle out of Wisconsin. Kind of just looks like the BPA to me. Never hurts to beefing out the trenches, especially defensively. 57. Oh, we got ourselves a little gem. As Mike Bradley ends up being a 75. 74 for Will Hunter there. 72 Nigel Kidd. 71 for the receiver and 73 for Grenard. CPU got me a 72 overall running back, who could turn into something, you know. Honestly, these draft classes really haven't been anything too crazy. Even the top 5 DT that we saw, only a 77. Year 6 now, only got a few left here on the wheel. What do we get? Cleveland. This is for you. That's ironic because we literally just said this. The goal is simple. Win the Super Bowl, but if we don't, we got to get rid of our best player. And we will be able to trade him because it is a difficult goal. But as of right now, that would be Mason Graham. And on the trajectory that he is on, he could become the Browns' best ever player by the end of this. I don't want to lose him. That would hurt a lot, but you know what? We just drafted Teron Grenard. Maybe he's a special talent that could replace him. Let's find out for ourselves. Only a star. And now some minor tweaks to our team. It may sound crazy, but I am moving McCain out to right tackle. He was an amazing all-pro type level right guard in his rookie season, but we need help at right tackle. He should be able to do the job. And then defensively, Bloom is our main guy, linebacker now. Hopefully he can step into that role in our first season without the great Myles Garrett. Hopefully Johnny Newton and Lance Gilmore can hold it afloat, but it should be easy with these monsters at DT. 6 years into this now, and it's back-to-back bye weeks. 14-3 record. Dominant in the AFC. But that was with Shedeur Sanders not putting up mind-boggling numbers, right? Still a great amount of yards, 4,500, but only 35 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Still amazing numbers, but not the sky-high expectations that we know he can do. And okay, Quinshon Judkins said, I got us this year. 20 touchdowns for the main RB1, 4.9 to carry, almost 1,200 yards. He was a monster. That could be a Devi. Jeez, and it was still 3 1K plus receivers, including 1,400 from Earl Westbrook there. 13 touchdowns for him, the rookie. D. Whitfield was incredible as well. And the new linebacker one, Colin Blue, made his presence known. 127 tackles leads the way. 16 TFLs for Mason Graham, 10 for Johnny Newen, but that was all in the double digits there. 14.5 sacks for Mason Graham. And remember, I need to win a Super Bowl this year or else I'm going to have to trade him away. Lance Gilmore, 9.5. Mike Hall, 8. But kind of quiet from Johnny Newton, who's the guy that I have the most stocks in. Obviously an X factor as well. We need him to get with the pace here, get with the program a little bit. But all good if you ask me. We're still winning games. We're still the 1 seed, and we have the Cincinnati Bengals in round 2. Beat them 34-28, and it's a familiar foe here. The Kansas City Chiefs, we played them like every single season. We make the playoffs, and our record against them is pretty dang good. We beat him 34-21, and not a rematch. Not another. Let me calm down. Not another. Let me calm down. I literally can't. What am I trying to say? Not a trilogy against the Eagles. We got another bird, and the Seahawks this time. They only go 9-8 though. As Joe Burrow wins MVP, would be a shame if you got knocked out in round 2. D. Whitfield, offensive rookie of the year. It don't matter who our receivers are. They're going to cook regardless. Oh, Quinshawn Judkins, best running back. Oh, we got another O-line. Daniel Green finishes top 5, is star development, so that's a +1. Whoever's in right guard just cooks, I guess. So he is now a superstar development, and we also got an X factor for Quinshawn Judkins. Star dev for D. Whitfield, the rook. And then defensively, looks like we got nothing. Oh my God, and remember what we spun on the wheel. I gotta win this Super Bowl for the rights to Mason Graham. We got the Seahawks here, 88 overall with an X factor. Nick Manwari now paired alongside this Crowder fella. Also an X factor. K9 still there. Is it Jalen Milroe as their QB1? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. And can we go back to back? We start off with the first points. Only 3 though, but get a touchdown. 10-7 now. Middle of the second quarter, Seattle takes their first lead of the game, up by 4 points. We do start with ball second half. Don't score anything though. 17-14 now. Fourth quarter on its way. Under 5 to go, and Seattle takes a 4-point lead. Caleb Lacey to DJ Moore. Who? And I just hopped in and we're punting. It's 4th and 4. Oh my God. Defense, I need y'all. Defense, I need you guys to stop this Caleb Lacey fella. Whoever that is. We get pressure, but he somehow gets the ball out. How did he not fumble that? Just over 3 minutes to go now on our 47. It's completed. What a pass, what a catch. We just cannot stop the run game, and I'd argue that's our best position as well, our defensive line, but K9 is just running through it all. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, he just got tackled. I lost hope. And Juan Boyle, our superstar X Factor safety, just picked off this bozo Caleb Lacey in the end zone. Oh my God. Why did he even throw? Yo, this could be one of the best endings we've ever seen. Why did he throw that? Oh my God. Okay, we have no timeouts. It's a 4-point game, so we gotta get in the end zone here. I don't like a crosser, but freaking who was that? Quinshawn Judkins breaks multiple tackles there. 35 seconds to go. We got to go down 53 yards, though. Got to hurry it up, Shador. 30 seconds left on the clock. We got to make sure we get out of bounds here. Shador Sanders, time in the pocket, rolls out. Oh, my God. Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds. No. We're not going to spike the ball because Madden's stupid. Oh, my God. 4 seconds left. 4 seconds left. I swear he could have got out there. I don't know who that was. Harold Fannin or maybe Earl Westbrook. 4 seconds left. The Super Bowl on the line. Mason Graham on the line. And it's incomplete. We fall short again. Losing to the 9-8 Seahawks here. Massive underdogs coming into this game against the reigning Super Bowl champions, looking to go back-to-back. And they get the last laugh. The fact that we haven't had a chance there was electric, but once again, lose by 4 points in 2028. We lost by 3 points last year, smacked the Eagles, but these close ones are not kind for the soul. And okay, we have 1.8 mil in available salary cap. That is not good. We're gonna somehow finagle this so we can tag our guy Lance Gilmore back. 89 overall right end, minus 27 mil, 5th year option on Juan Boyle. And that's pretty much all we can do. Actually, wait, can I... Hopefully I can trade Mason Graham. We're minus 9 mil. I don't know if I can trade him. This trade would put your team over the salary cap if accepted. Okay, well, I might have to wait till next year. But I guess before that, we can check out this draft first. Kayvon Rogers, top 5 talent, but really do not need a receiver at all. Got some good talents here at the top of the board. True round 1 talent here in KC St. Louis. Make up your mind, brother. Where do you want to live? As our 3-star was on outside linebacker, and what the hell is this? I'm going to throw one on Connor Rayford, corner out of Georgia. Middle linebacker, John Robinson. And last one on right tackle, Christopher Null. The linebacker is awesome. Oh my god, okay. And the cornerback is a top 5 dude. I think I did the wrong right tackle, huh? And here at pick 31, let's go ahead and take our guy, Connor Rayford. No more Denzel Ward. No more Greg Newsome. This guy is next up in line. True top 5 talent, 2 top 3 talent that we get at 31. Why? Why though? Why? Everything is so perfect. Until you see the dev trait, you know. Round 2, John Robinson, 21 years old, out of Tennessee. Round 1 to 2 guy. Linebacker group, low-key getting a little thin now. 45 in the class. Hidden development trait. Alongside Bloom, it's the future. And in round 3, you know what? I'm going to go with another corner. This guy looks actually kind of solid. Reggie Bond, B-man coverage, 21 years old, out of UW. A school known for having pretty good DBs coming out. 63 in the class. Hey, 79 for Connor Rayford, 73 for the middle linebacker, and 72 for Reggie Bond. And we still have negative 22.2 mil. Gotta restructure some people then because I have folded, couldn't get the ball done. We failed the challenge. And all right, got the cap space up to the positives now. Let's see what type of package we could get for Mason Graham, including a right end superstar. He's only 77 though. Here's just Manning fella. He's an X factor. First, second, third, 4th round pick as well. He's only 23. That could be the perfect replacement for Quinshawn Judkins. And a monster deal here. Mason Graham is headed to Denver. Sadly, we get a 1, 2, and a 3 for the next 2 seasons. So a ton of draft capital there. But we gotta say goodbye to one of our GOATs. And tell you what, about 6, 7 years down the line, there's a good case to be made that Mason Graham was the best player in the 2025 draft class. He put up outrageous numbers every single season for us, but sadly, we failed the challenge. Had to trade him away. Good luck in Denver. But that's not the only deal we're gonna be doing. Harold Fannin headed to Houston, as well as a 3rd and 2 5th rounders. We get a star development left tackle there in Kopp, and then a 1st round pick this year also. As I'm trying to free up some money now, we're not looking the best in terms of that, and our guy Weeks can finally start. But before we do anything else, we got a wheel to spin, and we only have 4 things left here. That was a weird spin. But we're gonna get ourselves Peyton Hillis Madden cover. If you don't know, I think it was Madden 09. Peyton Hillis was randomly on the cover for that Madden. Of course, a part of the Cleveland Browns. So our goal this year is to draft a hidden development fullback. And if we don't, we gotta change our schemes and our playbooks to the worst fit possible. We just lost to Seattle in week 1. Why do they own us? Oh, Teron Grenard just went to superstar. Wait, that's huge. That is massive, because obviously we just had to trade Mason Graham away, which is a huge hit to our defensive line, but Teron Grenard might just be the next up. We do have about 50 mil for contracts, but both the McRae brothers are here with no interest. And Randy Weeks just said no. What is your problem? Just go 11-6 this time. Obviously a little bit of a soft reset there in the offseason, having to trade away our best defensive player, trading away Harold Fannin as well, but it still be the 6th seed is a good sign. Ashador is still doing his thing, 4,100 yards for him, 42 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. Quinshawn Judkins is amazing. This is literally Nick Chubb all over again. 13 touchdowns, 6 a carry, 1,400 yards. He's been unreal. He's 27 years old now, but a 99 overall. Just an absolute beast since the moment we drafted him. Earl Westbrook leads the way for receivers, 19 touchdowns for him. Hargrave, Whitfield, both at 2 and 3, of course, and Randy Weeks was a little underwhelming. Colin Bloom leads the way for tackles made with 119. TFL's 13 for Mike Hall. Lance Gilmore with 11, and the sack numbers are a little low. 9.5 for Teron Grenard in his first year starting is awesome. 9 for Gilmore there, 7 for Hall, 5.5 for Kidd. Johnny Newton's been a massive disappointment, man. This is a dude we gave Superstar X Factor. He's still only 23, so there's still a lot of upside and a lot of room for development, but man, his counting numbers have just been so piss poor. Like, what is this? Wildcard round, we got the New York Jets heading to MetLife Stadium, beat them 31-28. Here we go again. Kansas City Chiefs, they are 11-6, same record as us. We beat them by 1 point. Hold up. Even in a soft reset year, even when we had to give away our best player, did we still make the Super Bowl you freaking bet for the 4th straight season? Oh my. Hey, Shedeur Sanders just got that it factor about him, and that you cannot teach. Dallas Cowboys 12-5 for the bowl. As Joey B wins another MVP, sadly, it doesn't look like we can win Shedeur one. He's had some great years, but just has never been able to get it. Defensive Player of the Year, Mason Graham on the Broncos. That is a tough pill to swallow, I cannot lie. Offensively, don't think we got any Devies, but everybody is pretty much a booming already, so that is fine. Defensively, however, McCray up to Superstar X Factor. I think Nigel Kidd up to Superstar as well was pretty awesome to see. Then obviously Grenard got that breakout earlier. But here we have it, another Super Bowl appearance. Now our record is only 1-2, which is not great at all, but for us to make it 4 years in a row is pretty cool if you ask me. Shedeur Sanders is the LeBron James of the NFL, as we were up 17-3 at the end of the first half, 17-10 now. Dallas making it a close game, but if we can score a touchdown here, we're in we're in a good spot. 31-10, 31-17, 38-17. We are chilling. We won 38-24 against the Eagles earlier. Put up 38 again. If we hit 38, we win the game, which is pretty much every football game. That's a lot of points, but that is 2 Super Bowls to our name now and puts us at a 500 record. Can we come away with 1 more in this video? Maybe 2 more? Hey, how about Shedeur though? The biggest meme of 2025. They were calling him Shedeur Sanders. He's going to be a 2-time Super Bowl MVP now. And there is nothing. It went to Quinshawn Judkins. I actually didn't even look up his stats. I honestly had like a whole spiel I was about to say about Shedeur Sanders, and he didn't even win. How did he not win Super Bowl MVP? 4 tutties, no picks. Quinshawn. Huh? Did he go crazy in the receiving game though? Did have 2 touchdowns here as well. I still think that's got to go to QB1 though, man. Whatever, shout out to QJ. A Super Bowl is a Super Bowl to me. However, we just got 26 mil to spend and some heavy hitters here, including Johnny Newton, 5th year. Both are DBs. McCray, Randy Weeks, Lance Gilmore, 90 overall. Now Mike Hall, 92. Been with us since the very start. Suamatai is going to have to go, but we do have good depth on the O-line. Rasheed Walker, too. I think first and foremost, let's go ahead. I'm going to accept it. This is a make it or break it season for Johnny, though. And then we'll try to offer McCray a solid deal here. He just has no interest, so it's going to be tough. But he's back for 4 more in the rest of the video. And then for Greg McCray, I'm smelling a tag and trade. Let's freaking do it. Or we could just keep him and try to run it back again. I mean, we just won a Super Bowl. Well, okay, then I guess we'll just keep him. Wait, did Jalen Collins go up to Superstar? I think he may have. I'm signing these 2 fellas right here. That's literally all we could afford. Remember, we should have a lot of draft capital here. 13 from Houston. Denver, sadly, was good. And obviously us at 32, but we still got a ton of picks in the first 2 days. So let's freaking cook here. What do we got? Tyree Bolden, top 5 corner. We are in need of a new tight end 1 now. I'm going to throw one on Elijah Valentine. Another one on speed rusher Lamont Jackson. And we'll do another tight end for the heck of it. I don't know. You have got to be kidding me. Massive trade here. 28-32 and a 4th rounder is going to the LA to the Chargers to move up to 5. And we still managed to keep our pick at number 13, but this one is, of course, for us to land ourselves Tyree Bolden, a top 5 cornerback, best player in the class in terms of my evaluations. Tyree Bolden. Okay, he's number 5 in the class. Still an A+, though. Still perfect value here, and hopefully at least Superstar. And now at pick 13, we got ourselves Lamont Jackson out of Georgia. Round 1, true talent, just 21 years old, and a speed rusher as well. Remember, we lost out on Lance Gilmore, so Johnny Newton needs some help. If not, a guy that could do everything, because Johnny Newton doesn't really do anything. And Lamont Jackson maybe doesn't either. Loki took a ton here to move up to number 34, 35 with the Niners. A 2nd and a 3rd round pick this year, and then a 3rd and a 4th next year as well. However, we're kind of desperate right now because our defensive line kind of got obliterated in the offseason. So Kyrie House is going to be our choice here. Defensive tackle, round 1 to 2 guy out of Tennessee. Maybe an immediate starter on our team as well. Ranked number 46 in the class. We get him at 35, but he's hidden dev, and alongside Teron Grenard, could be something good. And with pick 28 in round 2, strong safety, Sidney Reynolds. We're kind of in the air with our safety group right now. I don't know if I'm gonna have the money to pay both of our guys, and Sidney Reynolds could be next up. Solid value here, and he looks like a solid prospect. I just totally abandoned our challenge. Oh no, it was the Payne Hillis challenge. I forgot. I simmed, bro. Oh, I forgot. That means next year, we're gonna have to use the worst schemes and playbooks. And remember, we're coming off 4 Super Bowl appearances in a row, so it is safe to say that will be coming to an end. Dang, I totally forgot. Well, only 3 of these remain, and hopefully we do not forget this time. I think we're in year 8 now, and here we go. It's the AFC North War. Basically, if we sweep any team in the division, so the Ravens, the Steelers, and the Bengals, I get to trade for one of their players. But if we get swept by one of them, we have to trade a random player on our team to that team. I cannot believe I forgot. Let's go ahead and reveal Tyree Bolden. And yes, I know I have 1,240 staff points. I'm in year 8. I'm trying to get this over with. Nice. And here we have it for failing the challenge. We got pistol offensive scheme, 18%, bro. 4-3, cover 3, 65 low-key. Our defense is chilling kind of everywhere. We're going to go with Arizona offense, Miami defense. These usually aren't great, so this could be an ugly year, bro. Wait, and I remember we got AFC North Wars in the wheel spin, so if I get swept, we could be in trouble. Oh my god, this is not good. This is not good. Okay, luckily for us, we did beat the Steelers, so they can't sweep us, but we have lost to the Bengals and Ravens already. I'm a little scared of what this is gonna look like. We're a 90 overall team off back-to-back Super Bowl appearances. And we just went 6-11. But that's not even the worst part. Did we get swept by an AFC North team? We beat the Steelers twice, but the Ravens and the Bengals have swept us. Well, I guess on the bright side, I can take somebody on Pittsburgh. And you know what? We're going to turn the trade deadline off and just rip the Band-Aid off now. And how we are going to do this is simple. We're going to do 1 through 25. So the top half of our roster, whatever number it lands on, corresponds on the player on our roster. We got to trade. So the first one here, we're going to do to the Ravens. It's our 7th best player. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The outstanding superstar lineman, Aiden McKay. Oh man, this was like worst case scenario. The year I do the scheme thing as well, and we're not gonna trade him for like a package. I'm getting nothing back. I'm getting nothing back, boys. But okay, now for the Bengals. Hopefully it's at least in the teens or after that. 24. I'll take 24. 21, 22, 23, 24. It's the safety we just drafted, Sidney Reynolds. He's only 21. We don't even know his dev trait yet. I'm gonna go check it out just to make myself mad. Okay, he's only a star. It's fine. It's fine. But it really isn't fine because he was a part of our plans for the next few years. I do, however, get to take somebody on Pittsburgh though. Bless us. Bless us. 16, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is a freaking quarterback. That's the last position we need. But they have 3 good quarterbacks. What the hell? Do we even oh my god, I low-key have to give up a little bit too to get this guy. No freaking way, bro. 20-35 second. Oh my god. Dude, he's a 29-year-old 78 overall star. 29. Who cares? This is literally like worst case scenario. Pick 57. Brother, the quarterback tax is insane. Oh, I'm literally on my knees. Please, thank you. This is quite literally the worst possible case imaginable. Goodness, man. And oh yeah, we went 6-11. Should have had his worst season, but to be expected. Okay, Quinshon Judkins is actually just a demigod. It doesn't matter what scheme, what playbook, what anything is, he's gonna get his. Earl Westbrook's still 8 as well. Shout out to him. Hargrave, Whitfield. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, we did not have a starting tight end. This was the dude. That probably did not help, right? TFL numbers 17 for Johnny, It's his most ever. Grenard only, oh my god, the sack numbers are bad, but we were in a bad scheme, so you gotta take everything this season with a grain of salt, honestly. Enough with the MV, go win a Super Bowl, you fraud. And the Ravens, who of course added our guy McCain at right tackle in the playoffs, win themselves a Super Bowl. Contract time, we do have 92 mil available, so I should be able to get few of these players back at the least. Quinshawn, I know this isn't smart, but honestly, I never want to let you go. Daniel Green is literally asking for like nothing, so absolutely. I think he was an X Factor off rip too. I want to keep him around. Jeremy Hargrave, as much as I love you, I think we're going to have to let you go for that price. Colin Bloom, we need him until the end of this video. I do not want to lose him. Just did unlock our own Juan Boyo, and he's back for the rest of the vid. Zach June, Josh Rhodes, Cole Bryant, and David Garcia, 4 big additions in this offseason. Top 5 defensive tackles, Spencer Southward. Ooh, top 5 middle linebacker, John Samuels. Oh my god, I'm cooking. Top 5 left guard. Big trade down here from 6 to 22. We also get 54 future 3rd round pick. I got a plan. The top 5 middle linebacker is gone, but that is okay. I think our linebacker room is pretty good. We got Bloom back. Nigel Kidd has been developing too. For the first pick, I'm going James Parker, the top 5 guard out of Miami that we may be able to slide around at tackle if we need it. He looks awesome. And the defensive tackle went 25th. That's who I was going to go here. That hurts because that was my whole plan. But tell you what, though, we still got a little Shelton Ginn here who is a run-stopping left end. We can move him inside, though. 6'4", 317, built like an absolute beast. And a true top 1 guy at the end of it all. 18th in the class. Hey, maybe a blessing. And then with pick 6 in round 2, we can grab one of these safeties. Davion Thurston out of Clemson here, who's going to be an immediate starter. Obviously, we had to trade our guy, Sidney Reynolds, to the Steelers. I did manage to get that tight end we scouted, Larry Borden, 74 overall and hidden, so very nice there. And then got a middle linebacker that was just normal later on. But James Parker, ladies and gents, is an 80 overall. Okay, yeah, as you remember though, he was number 3 in this draft class. The middle linebacker is an 83, and a center that went on day 2, 84. Where has this brother been all my life, superstar? And then the linebacker, who, remember, we did have scouted. I could have went him instead of trading back. Have I hit an X Factor? I think Boyle was one, right? But that may be the only one, if I'm not mistaken. And we made that trade down because we wanted this guy, Spencer Southward, defensive tackle, who ends. This class looks kind of crazy. And I folded. This tackle went to the Cowboys at number 1. Bro, there's superstars all over the place. However, I'm still happy about our guy, James Parker. Let's go ahead and reveal him, as he is going to be a superstar. He's got to start then, one way or another, maybe over Bradley, maybe at right tackle. You know what? I think we move Bradley to right tackle, and we'll go with that. O-line's looking good, if not great. And also, can't forget this. We're back to our regular schemes and playbooks, thank God. But we, of course, got a wheel to spin season number 9 now. Just 2 available options left here, as we're going to get the Buckeye Bulldozer. Thank God we actually still have him. Quinshon Judkins to get a 10 touchdown season. But this one's come a little late because Quinshon's actually up to an X Factor already, which is awesome. So it's really only down if there's any movement. But basing it off the way he's played for us, a 10 touchdown season is a lock. Oh, and I don't think I checked out Debbie's last year. Nigel Kidd up to Superstar X Factor. And then our guy Ginn here, I think I'm going to make him DT number 2. Wait, are you being serious? We just missed out on the playoffs. What? 9-8 record. Am I sure the schemes and playbooks are changed? What happened, boys? What happened? Shadur, 4,300 yards, 34 touchdowns, 6 picks. He's back to his kind of best. Not back to his best, because he was putting up a 50 burger every single season, but still good counting numbers. Quinshon, yeah, it was never in doubt. 18 tuds for the main man. He almost doubled his goal. 5.7 a carry, almost 1,300 yards. The offense looked great. Earl Westbrook still did his thing, no doubt. D. Whitfield, Zach June, Cole Bryant, the new tight end, one as well. Was the defense just horrible then? Because our offense was top 5 in terms of yards. Wow. Wow is most certainly right. 3 people over 100 tackles there. 20. Hey, Johnny. Here you go. 24 TFLs. I love that. Grenard with 14 as well. Sack numbers 8.5 for Newton and Grenard as well. They lead the way in both categories. Ginn 5 TFLs, 5.5 sacks, and only star. Quite disappointing though. I can't lie. It's safe to say we miss Mason Graham a lot. Well, okay, then I kind of wanted to end this video off with a bang. We still got one more season, luckily, but it's not looking good. We're trending downwards. Although I guess we're trending upwards based off last season. But last season, We're gonna keep it at last season. Burrow has won like 7 MVPs, bro. Huh? The Eagles win another one, I guess, and Patrick Mahomes still owns the Raiders. Oh crap, we only have 50 mil and we have Johnny here. Teron Grenard, Jalen Collins, Nigel Kidd, D. Whitfield, Caleb Cobb, Hunter Taylor, Connor Rayford, Manny Buchanan, Mike Bradley. Oh my, it just keeps going. Will Hunter. First and foremost, we definitely need Grenard. Let's just give him a fat deal because I got one more in me. Wide receiver 2 also staying. Same goals for Mike Bradley. Somehow, someway managed to just squeeze out a deal for Nigel Kidd. Restructured a few deals, got Zach June back. Just late night thoughts. Is there a reason they make you scroll this whole time? Why can't we just click and go to whatever figure we want? You know what I mean? All right, he obviously declined. We're tagging Johnny Newton, and that's the last bit of business we're doing. Just a backup running back for the vibes. Trading back here with Carolina, getting 27 as well as 59 for 16. And then at 27, we got big left end Nick Porter here out of UCLA. Round 1, true talent, ranked 18 in the class. Hidden dev, big addition to our D-line. Dude, I literally can't talk anymore. Thank God it's the last season. I'm gonna take a flyer here at 16 in round 2. Cortez Spurlock, the free safety out of Vandy, 21 years old, zone archetype. Whoa. True round 1 talent. Ooh, but only normal. And then at 27 here in round 2, thanks to Carolina, we got Ryan Swenson, the right guard out of Michigan. Round 1 to 2 guy, 49 in the class. And might just be starting day 1. I think we actually need help. And you know what? We got some freebies here in round 3. Don't really need much else. Let's just take some fun gambles. Kamani Fowler, 65 in the class. He sucks. Porter, Spurlock, both a 75 overall. 73 for Swenson, 72 for Kamani Fowler. One final, we've seen enough here. It's gonna go on Nick Porter. Can we end it off with a bang in the draft? No. And here we have it. 10 years later, we moved Daniel Green back to center, his preferred position, so Swenson can play at guard, of course. Is off. Ooh, Quinshon is getting destroyed now. He's an 89 overall, but his numbers have still been great for us. Defensively, remember, this is the side of the ball that really let us down last season. Can we end off with a bang 10 years down the line? Hey, let's see. Can the boys come through for our last ride? It's my farewell tour. I told everybody this is my last season in Cleveland. Okay. The wild part is I didn't change any schemes or any playbooks, nothing. I just wrote it till the end, and Shedeur Sanders had a phenomenal season. Somehow didn't win MVP, but has put up MVP numbers every single season. Quinshon, the regression is finally hitting our guy. Obviously, he's in year 10 now as a running back. That's like dinosaur extinct age. Not for Mr. Earl Westbrook, though, who has just been phenomenal ever since we drafted him. D. Whitfield, Zach June, solid as well as Cole Bryant. And tell you what, one of my biggest takeaways from this video, Cleveland Browns defense in a 4-3, not bad at all. 50, especially 4 defensive tackles, though. We saw Mason Graham eat. Now Teron Grenard is going crazy. Mike Hall was putting up great numbers, too. Phenomenal numbers from our defensive line this season. The defense is back to its best, while 12 picks for McCray and Boyle combined. However, we're back on top, baby. 13-4, number 1 seed in the AFC. Can we end off? I didn't spin the wheel. I never spun the wheel for the last season. Okay, well, we're kind of rolling here. Beat the Jets, conference championship against Indy. We beat them 28-20. And you know what? The final thing here that we had on the wheel for number 10 was the worst trade in NFL history. Deshaun Watson must trade your current first-round pick randomly. And I don't know if you remember, but we turned off the trade deadline, and it's still off. I just never changed it back. So we can do this right now. Our pick is not the best value. Obviously, we're here in the Super Bowl, but we got to trade it randomly and hopefully can get a player. I'm just going to scroll like this. Maybe that's too... I'm going to do a number. That was just going a little too slow. We're going to do 1 through 32. We get 24. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. It's so mid, bro. It's so mid. No way. Did I just see that right? Shedeur Sanders ends off year number 10 with a most valuable player. As we got ourselves Tampa Bay here in the bowl, can we finish off the video with an above 500 record in the Super Bowl? 3-0 so far. Our offense is not doing a thing until kind of now we get a field goal, making it 3-10, 6-10. Can we find the end zone, though? That would be nice. Down 11, down... Stay humble. Stay humble. Blood was checked out more than me. How was that even possible? And look who destroyed us. Emeka Egbuka, of course, their first round selection in 2025. 1 touchdown, 112 yards. That was quite anticlimactic. They took the lead right away and never looked back. And this fella is a superstar. No way. But alrighty, boys, 10 years down the line, 5 Super Bowl appearances, which I'm happy with. Sadly, we only went 2 and 3, but end off with 2 rings. At the end of the day, Shedeur Sanders won an MVP as well. And I would say it's pretty safe to say he lived up to the hype, especially as a 5th round pick, number 144. He was sensational throughout this entire video. Didn't have a season under, he had 1 year under 30 touchdowns, but honestly, his counting stats are ridiculous. Probably going to go down as one of the GOATs here in Cleveland alongside LeBron James, Myles Garrett. Now Shedeur Sanders is a part of that. Quinshon Judkins also was like one of the best running backs I've ever had in simulation. He was awesome off rip, which is something you rarely ever see. So big shout out to him. But let's talk about my guy, Earl Westbrook. For those who may not remember, we drafted him in round 4, pick number 20, 420. He was a projected UDFA, I believe, but a true round 1 talent. And oh boy, did he live up to that, and even more so, right? Had 1,000 yards, 8, 9 straight season here, put up ridiculous touchdown numbers, including 3 seasons with over 20 there, a few seasons over 1,500 yards. He was our wide receiver 1 from the day he stepped onto our team and never looked back. Our guy D. Whitfield was also great. We were finding some gems at the wide receiver position on day 2, day 3 of the NFL draft, of course. Offensive line, shout out to Daniel Green, who stayed here for a while now. Parker, who we just got, Swenson. Awesome little core here to have, but sadly, short-lived. And defensively, I'm pretty happy with how we built this side of the ball as well. Johnny Newen has developed now to a 97 overall. He's had X Factor pretty much since the beginning here, but has started to find his form a little bit. Grenard has been awesome, an ideal replacement for the outgoing Mason Graham, who we had to trade after failing the challenge. Of course, Ginn, Jackson, Lamont Jackson, I think his name is. We had Myles Garrett. We had a few other players, Mike Hall as well. The DB room, though, was very quietly probably one of our best positions throughout this entire video. We always had depth. We always had superstars like McCray, like Denzel Ward. I'm probably forgetting another name. We had the other McCray here at free safety for the large chunk, and then Juan Boyle was also phenomenal and superstar X Factor. I think they may be the only X Factor that I drafted throughout the entire video. Kept him throughout. He's a 99 overall now. Shout out to Bloom, Nigel Kidd, 2 X Factors as well. My guy Robinson, JOK was great. My guy Schwarzenegger, who we had at the beginning, of course. Honestly, we built an amazing team here, the one I'm proud of, and I would consider this rebuild successful for sure. Even though we only went 2 and 3 in the Super Bowls, we got 2 at the end of the day and lost in some heartbreaking fashion too. And as always, if you made it to this point, appreciate you a ton for watching. Of course, leave this video a fat old like, as that would mean the world. A lot of time put into this one. Like I said, these videos, these rebuilds should be coming out a lot more consistently after this. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the setup for this specific one took forever. Post-draft, of course, had to get everybody on their real draft team, had to get the updated rosters, had to finagle with some contracts as well, with people like Myles Garrett getting new deals and whatever other players that I tried to make it as updated as possible. It's kind of bad, like it's kind of that perfectionist mindset of mine, but I had to make sure everything was perfect. But now that we got it, we should be good from now onward. So of course, leave a comment down below which team you guys would like me to rebuild next, because we will be hammering all the teams hopefully post draft and get back to, you know, some of my bread and butter. I've missed doing some of these rebuilds. It's been so long. Of course, the wheels aren't going anywhere, as well as the challenges and whatnot, but we'll sprinkle all 3 of those in and it should be a good time. So stay tuned, keep that noti bell to stay updated, and I'll see you on the next one. See you.